Yeah, I took it out for granted. I was looking out for family. I was looking out the fastest. I was coming out the baddest. I was cooking, I was trapping. I was looking for the balance. I was looking through the basket. Now my stomach looked the fattest. Big old boogers full of carrots like my enemy. Still, I can't see how this can happen. I saw a friend in need. I just can't turn around and go back with shit that meant to leave. I just can't turn around and look backwards, there ain't shit to see. I bumped my head so many times, I done seen so many signs. I done dreamed so many lives, I done seen so many eyes. Somebody pray for the one grave, when you done seen so many die. Stack that.
Mic check, microphone check. What it do, world? I'm back with another. Hold on. Let me go live on Instagram. Go live on Instagram. Yeah. And just like that, I'm getting active, man. Today is Monday, August 10th. It's 6:02. I'm running a little bit late. But hey, man, I'm live on a lot of platforms today. I'm live on the book. I'm live on the gram. I'm live on the tube and the talk. Getting busy today, early this morning, and I don't even have my subject, man. This is episode 182. Took me like 180 episodes to get to the top. So, say, man, stick with it, man. You'll figure it out. But said all that to say, man, it's time for you to wake your ugly ass up. Let's get out of bed and work on some of these ideas that you got stuck inside your head. It's still dark outside, but you're officially live at 5:55 with the God. Don't give up, man. Figure it out, and it's best to figure it out on the fly. Most of the times, you're not gonna have a blueprint. You know what I mean? Because the world is waiting for the way that you do it. The world is waiting for you to, to put your sauce on it, to do it how you would have done it. So it ain't gonna be how everybody else. We waiting, until we got it set up, how we've seen it done before. Cause you looking at somebody else and how they're doing it. You looking at somebody else and like, oh, he did it like that. You waiting and looking at them and it's like, I gotta wait until I get this, and this. Or I gotta wait until, I'm gonna get this going. But it ain't. It's not. That's not your road to travel. That's not the way you would do it, man. Start bare minimum, start with whatever you have and get it done, man. And honestly, these days, all you need is a phone. All you need is a phone if to start. You can look up information on the phone. You can research. The phone got a camera on it. Take some photos. You can study on the phone. Google, ChatGPT, YouTube University. You can look some shit up. Hey, there's really no excuse, man. You can start with your phone if you really want to start. Or if you just want to, act like you really want to do it and you can procrastinate and, wait until you have all of the shit that you acting like that you need and then be like, yeah, I really need this. Yeah, I really, this is what I need. Nah, man, you don't. You just coming up with a reason not to start. Get it going. Stop waiting. Stop acting like, this is something that you really need, because you don't, man. Everything you already have, man, God done already provided you with everything that you're in need of. You're just procrastinating. And you rather just be, you rather just sit on the sideline. You rather just sit in the bleachers and yell at everybody else who are trying, yell at everybody else who are in the game. And, either you're going to get in the game or you're not. Because, once God, wake you up another day, blesses you with another opportunity, everything else is on you. Everything else is on you and what you want to make of it. And sometimes we make the best of it. Sometimes we whine and don't, what I mean, and cry about missed opportunities that are in the past, how we were treated, what I mean, folks did us wrong in the past, and that's true. What I mean? And I ain't saying you don't need to heal from your wounds and acknowledge the shit you done went through. And, we all have trauma, but that's it. We all have trauma. And it's on you to push through. And because we all have trauma, don't nobody care. Nobody, what I mean? Because we all have our own shit that we're going through, what I mean? Because we all have problems, issues, shit that we have to face and shit that we have to carry with us every day. And everybody is dealing with their own issues. Nobody really has the means to care. Nobody really has, what I mean, the shit. Nobody really can afford to give a shit because I got some shit that I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? And that's two things, man. There's one, when you find somebody who does really care, when you find somebody who really supports you and really shows you love and really is going to help you get through whatever you're going through, that's why you have to hold on to them, because most folks don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I just need you to deliver. I just need you to do whatever it is you said you was going to do. So when you do find somebody that really cares, that really gives a damn, that really is willing to assist you on the road, you need to hold them close to your heart. And that's why you need to, and the second part is you really got to push through that. Everybody dealing with some, the greats, the ones that came before you, they push through. Kinfolk, what it do, man? I see you up and on it, man, up and at it, man. We got to stay active. You know what I mean? We got to stay active. We got to stay doing what we supposed to be doing, kinfolk. Square business, man. I'm up at 5:55. Running a little bit late today, but you know what I mean. I still showed up, still came on out. See if we can encourage the people this morning before folks get off to work, get off to school, get get busy, whatever they got going on, whatever they doing, man. Hope all is well with you, kinfolk. I hope everything is going how it's supposed to. And if it's not, man, just know you have the power to change it, bro. You got the power to make it do what it do. It's all on you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate you and I'm proud of you, bro. Everything that you got going on. Square business. The one piece of game that I did want to give today, man, and kinfolk, you'll understand this, man, because I know you come from where I come from. Is, man, it's hard to let that old shit go. That's the difficult, you know what I mean? Because we pick up a lot of habits growing up. We pick up a lot of trauma. You know what I mean? A lot of shit comes with growing up and, getting older, and you got to grow through some shit. You got to go through it. You got to grow through it. But those old ways, they become us. They become a part of us. And the shit that we used to do, it follows us. You know what I mean? In our minds, you know what I mean? In our baggage, it just becomes us, and that's the only way that we know until we retrain our minds and become something else. Good morning, Coach. I hope all is well, man. I'm just up and at it, staying at it, Coach, staying at it, man. I hope all is well with you this morning. Yeah, man. The all of the old habits that we have, man, it just becomes us as we become older, and it becomes a routine. The way of thinking, you know what I mean, the shit we used to do, how we handle folks, how we interact, you know what I mean, how we don't interact. Sometimes we just, you grow up in a certain environment, you're not that friendly, maybe, or you know what I mean, or your conversation with new people is just not, you know what I mean, you just rather not deal with new people. You know what I mean? You're kind of distant when you're communicating. You're just real short. You know what I mean? You don't really, deal with people too much, or, it's a lot of just characteristics. Maybe we smoke, maybe we drink, maybe we do some other shit. Maybe we, our interactions with the opposite sex, how we deal with people in that matter. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the shit that just comes up with us that is difficult to let those old habits go and to build new ways of life, to you know what I mean, to become a new person. Honestly, really, that's what it is becoming new. But I'm here to tell you, man, it's never too late. Is you know what I mean? You have to understand where you're lacking, you know what I mean, the areas you can improve in, some of the shit that's holding you back. Because when you get out into this world and you becoming a new person and you trying to build a business, build a brand, you know what I mean, you're trying to build something for yourself, it's all about relationships. You know what I mean? It's all about how you interact with people and how the people receive you. How the people, you know what I mean, love you, hate you, how they, you know what I mean, are willing to watch your story, willing to, you know what I mean, just deal with you on whatever type of basis. And so you have to keep that in mind, that your face is your brand. When your name comes across the screen, when your face comes across the screen, when they see a poster, a flyer with your name on it, when they see you, you have to understand that your face is your brand and how you interacted with them, because word of mouth is the best type of advertisement. When somebody tells somebody like, hey, oh yeah, I know him. You know what I mean? And then the next thing that comes out of their mouth is how you made them feel, or something that they may have heard, or what y'all last interaction, or you know what I mean, whatever it is. So you have to keep your face card clean. Your name has to be clean in the neighborhood, has to be clean in the world. So when your name comes up, your brand comes up, your business comes up, like, yes, I fuck with him. I know him. I remember him. My cousin know him. My friend, bought something from him. He's done some work with him. You have to understand that your face, your name is your first brand. And a lot of us, you don't have the means to create a brand where we just in the background and we just have a company where you don't even know it's ours. You don't even know that it's, you know what I mean, that we're a part of it. We just have the money and you don't even know who owns it. It's just a big, now a lot of us, you have to start, you just the only worker. You're the only employee, you're the owner, you're doing everything. So what you do, you have to understand that you're the face of that brand. So how you interact, whatever people say about you, that's going to impact your brand. Whatever the shit you did, that's, you know what I mean? And that goes for any type of field that you're in. Anything that you're doing, you know what I mean? Whether you're trying to become a doctor, you're trying to become a doctor, you're trying to become a basketball player, you're trying to sell clothes, you're trying to sell donuts, you're trying to do hair, whatever you're trying to do, you have to understand that when people bring your name up, word of mouth, oh, yeah, she did my hair. She was mean. She half did it, or I bought some clothes from him. The shit tore up. I ordered a plate from her. She was runny. You know what I mean? So you have to, everything that you do, you have to make sure you put your all in. I watched one of his videos. I didn't like it. You know what I mean? I seen him. It was bad customer service. He was cussing the customer out. He was, he was doing this. He helped me move one time. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, whatever you do, you got to understand that your face card, your name is your brand. And so you got to be mindful of that when you moving on social media. You got to be mindful of that when you sharing a post. You got to be mindful of that when you're interacting with people. You have to be mindful of that all across the board, man, because honestly, a lot of us have to get it out the mud. And a lot of folks, you know what I mean, before you even start the business, you're just not the type of person that I would deal with. You know what I mean? Before you even start the business, your name is already flaky because you just do bogus shit. You just, you know what I mean? You stealing, you lying, you cheating, you're just a bogus. You have a bogus name. You know what I mean? And I don't even know you personally, but the last time I heard your name, the last time I seen you, the last story that I heard about your situation, you were doing flaky shit. You were doing fraudulent shit. You was doing shit that I wouldn't condone. So I don't want to deal with you, period. I don't want to interact with you. I don't want any dealings with you. You know what I mean? And the last interaction, and that counts. And not saying there's enough people in the world, you know what I mean, where you don't need the folks who you've burnt the bridge with, but you would have to reach out to those people. It's just gonna make it that much difficult for you to you know what I mean, for you to get your business off the ground. It's gonna make it that more difficult for you to you know what I mean, get it out the mud. It's gonna make it that more difficult for you to, you know what I mean, you trying to play basketball, but you have an attitude with the teachers. You know what I mean? Now you trying to go to college, but I'm not gonna recommend you as a student. You know what I mean? You have a bad attitude. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give you that extra point. You know what I mean? All you needed was a 70 to pass so you can play. You made a 69. I can give you a 70 as a teacher, just, you know what I mean? Just off the strength that you're a good person. You're a respectful kid. Just off the strength that you're a good guy, a good young lady. But because of the interactions that we've had in the past, because of the way you did this teacher or that teacher who was my friend, hell no. If I'm gonna fail you, and you're gonna be on the bench for 3-4 games until the next report card comes out. So gotta be mindful, man, of what type of brand you're carrying, what type of legacy you're leaving behind, what type of interactions you have with people, because this shit counts. You know what I mean? You can't just have an attitude and treat everybody shitty or don't care about this interaction or this customer or this sale. Like, yeah, you gotta really stay on it and keep that in mind, man, that I am a walking billboard. You know what I mean? Whatever I have, whatever I am gonna do, whatever type of shit I'm gonna do in the future depends on how I interact with this person, depends on how I interact with this customer, depends on the type of the story that carries on. And you can't, you know, control every story. Folks gonna make up, you know what I mean? You can't control everything, but you can control what you can control. And everybody's not lying. Everybody, the same story, everybody got the same story now. Come on now. It's starting to sound like that's you. So I just want you to check yourself and be mindful, man, that it's nobody else's fault. You're an adult now. You know what I mean? I know some shit happened to us when we were a child. Some shit happened to us yesterday. But you got to leave that there, man, and create. It's a new slate, man. God bless you with a new day. Take advantage, man, and make this shit, you know what I mean, and make the world pay. And the only way, you know what I mean, you're not going to make them pay by, you know what I mean, by sticking a gun to their head. You got to kill them with kindness. You know what I mean? Show up, dust that shit off your shoulders, show up, man, and be ready to build something new. And that's what it is, man. This has been another episode. Whatever you're going to do, I just know that you can't just think about it and just, you know, keep it inside your head. Whatever you're gonna do, you can't just wish for it and hope for it and think it's gonna come to fruition. It's not. You're really gonna have to get you some plans. You're really gonna have to get active. You're really gonna have to get it from your head to your legs and move on and act on it. Now, you're really gonna have to get it from your thoughts to in your walk. I am BearFeezie. This has been another episode of Live at 555. I think it's episode 182. If you really want to be successful, you have to do more than act like it. You have to work like it. Hey, I'm just giving us some game to help us refrain from being lame. Some news that we can use. Peace.